Having silver there doesn't mean that they will not be coming in with fire. We shall see. They are having Madroma there. They're having Opoya, and of course their middles will also be going. They're having Aziz as well, so they'll see how to maybe work around. Not
Welcome back everyone who is just joining us for this encounter, the main Serie A action between Kcca and of course Elyon. And of course, if I may tell you, last time when this Elyon side had a game against Nemo, their coach was confident that his team is really going to bounce back no matter the setback they got, of course, after Silva getting sidelined there with the injury. But of course, he's making much progress and is improving. So the team now has to rely on. Come on. But of course, the game is already underway, and you can see Elyon already exposing a lead of 4 points, 6-2, and already going straight, serving the receiver attacker there, of course, Mugeni. And when you look at the side of Kcca, they have fielded their first team. Chol there, the setter starting today. Of course, he's going to be playing in opposite role against Carlos. Receivers, you have Mugenyi Ronald on court. He's going to be receiving with the Waiswa. The libero Nabanja Sharif there. Owen, of course, the big man in the middle there, is going to be playing alongside Ijongat for Kcca.
Yes. And we see that service error coming in from Carlos very early in the game, and of course we tend to see him struggling with the jump service. Most cases it's very, very inconsistent, but we hope maybe he could play a bit consistently. And Madroma there going after the receivers. Carlos comes in with a big swing. Ball is kept alive, and it's a free ball. Carlos takes it. The setter goes for the pipe, and Waiswa comes in hard. Ball is covered. Quick set for Opoya, and he goes through. Wonderful play from him. I think Opoya has really stepped up his game for Elyon.
Yeah, because you can really see him going against this. It's a big block from Lambert, joining Idrissa there, the setter.
It's a wonderful play from Lambert, and that is why he's on court. He's there to block, because Elyon is not the team that uses their middles so much, but their middles are there to block. And Elyon has started with big blocks. That's not their first block. Yeah, and that's like their second or third block in this set so far.
Just like that, Coach Alex for Team Kcca is going to call for a first time out for his side. Maybe try to calm things down a little bit. You may think Kcca is trying to rush this game, but things are not working on their favor, because you can see really Elyon already exposed a 6-point lead here in the first set. So we are ready for action, of course, and everyone joining us online, you're welcome. And as usual, you can send in your thoughts and your comments, of course your predictions as well. We shall be here to relay them to you.
But I think this game is going to be an exciting and a challenging game. Maybe we could see 5 sets. You never know. And Elyon doesn't want to go to have their second loss handed to them. And definitely Kcca would want to also have a clean win, 3 points, because they last had that against UCU 3-1. Yeah, so they need to get 3 clean points. That's an error. Oh, it's not. It's a ball is on.
Yeah.
It looks as though it's going out from here, but that's a good swing from Owen.
Of course, Owen going up against Lambert is going to be kind of physical, because Lambert is not a hard hitter. He's just a player who goes and places the ball in the space, and so is Owen. But when Owen gets that chance, of course, you expect him to really put in a lot of energy on that attack.
Yes, the good service.
Idrissa Kijambu, the setter there, is going to be called for a net fault there when he was trying to, I think, dump that ball over. He's on front court here, but I think that was very unfortunate for him.
And of course, Ronald going back to serve. We know Ronald as a good server for Kcca side. He brings that service pressure, and he's going after the receiver attackers of Elyon. And there he goes after Opoya. Opoya, big swing, and that is block out.
Yeah, you can see the block there. Chol is a high jumper as well. He's tall, and you can expect him to really bring him back on court, including, of course, Owen joining to block such a short and high jumper in the names of Opoya. There, you can see really, he clearly has wide chance to use the hands of the blockers, which he has exactly done.
Yes, that ball is kept alive. Owen sends back a free ball, back court. Oh, and it is shut down. Good reading from Kcca. Both Chol and Owen, they know that ball is not going to the middle. Take a look. He doesn't even go with Lambert. He just waits for Opoya from backcourt, and he's shut down.
They really know. They're really aware that the only threat they have is Opoya, and of course Madrama. Few balls will be going to Aziz's side, but of course now Owen could be able to read it very easily that ball might possibly go to the pipe there, and you can see Aziz is already brought down by the blockers. Odeke in that middle position. Yeah.
Owen going in to serve. Oh, again.
Yeah.
This time again the setter going to Aziz, but then Chol looking for Waiswa. Big swing from Waiswa takes that ball off the hands of Lambert.
Of course, you could see Lambert was a little bit late to join Idrissa there because he had his man in the middle trying to really commit, but he went in late and found that swing from Waiswa really very, very fast. And now Coach Osia is going to call a timeout of his own, maybe to also talk to the boys and try to calm them down a bit, because now the range has been cut from 6 points to only 2.
Yes, and both teams are calling early timeouts. Like I mentioned, you can see the seriousness that they are having, wanting to go away with 3 points on per side. Like each side wants 3 points, but I think Kcca has really tried to close that gap, and Elyon is struggling now, and still very early. If they close that gap now, it could give them more momentum to actually now go ahead of Elyon. So Elyon needs to sort that out and see how to break and continue to push their lead. But I still wonder why. I felt like maybe Madroma was a good player for them in receiver attack, better for them as a receiver attacker. But of course now I think, especially with the service pressure coming in from Kcca's side, he's not getting as many attacks as we've seen. He has not gotten any so far. We've seen Opoya, we've seen Aziz, but we've not yet seen him. And there goes his first set. Oh, and it's an error.
Yeah, I think most of the balls are going to go to him, especially when he's on front court than when he's on back court. Yeah, the coach maybe is trying to maybe have Kcca commit in that position as well. Maybe putting Madrama in that opposite role, so that the block of Kcca is not obviously going to read that Idrissa will put that ball in the middle or out. He's trying to split them a bit, and of course you can see Owen really trying to go for Aziz there, and it's already an S.
And now Kcca has leveled things up, and now this is when the game begins for them. They are back level. They didn't have an interesting start, but then Elyon needs to see how to fix that reception, that passing, so that they can get their attackers going. But that's a service error coming in from Owen, and giving Elyon that side out that they are looking for.
Of course, you can see at the background there, you can see that jersey which is hanging on the wires there. You can see that Silver's jersey number 14. I think these Elyon boys have really brought that jersey out, maybe to show solidarity with Silver, and of course each and everyone that is being standing with him in terms of prayers and more support they have been sending to Silver. But of course we really appreciate everyone that is supporting him there.
There's a big swing from Waiswa coming off that off-system ball, and he just decides to go hard cross court and gets that point.
Chol now is on the service line.
He's going after Opoya as well. It's not the best catch. It's an overpass, and that is just shut down by Carlos there.
Yeah, of course you can see the front court for Kcca now has Carlos, it has Odeke Vincent, it has Waiswa there. And the two players, of course, the middle and of course Waiswa, they are all people who attack quick balls. And of course, maybe Carlos will be the one to attack that higher ball.
Yes, and
Both
Odeke,
players, yeah.
Odeke is touching this game ahead of Ijongat
yes.
today. Maybe that shows that the coach maybe also is looking to see how to play quicker.
Yeah.
Because Odeke is a bit faster than Ijongat in the middle. Service there from Shijambu. It's a good pick from Ronald. Quick set through the middle, but that is a little bit low for him.
It really was very low. And you can see he was trying to swing faster maybe to get it off the net there, but unfortunately for him, the ball goes wide.
It was really, really low. I think he wanted to get it off the hands of the blocker. And again, this time he chooses to go for a swing, but he is shut down. I still feel that ball was quite low for him as well.
I think maybe there's that communication glitch between him and the setter, and you can see he really went high. But again, the ball I think stayed this side of his arm, and you can see now the setter has to change.
Yes, a setter goes to Waiswa, and that is a big swing from him, but also a net fault from Elyon.
Waiswa is on the service line for Kcca now. And of course, Mugenyi is back on the front court. He goes direct to Azuz. And Madrama.
That's an error from Madrama. I think he wanted to go after the hands, send that dump off the hands of the blockers, but there's just no block to find, and that goes out. I think Elyon is really, really having just a few errors on their attack at the moment. I think that is what is costing them right now. And then there goes a service error from Kcca. That is Waiswa. I didn't see Elijah. Oh, is he? I've not seen him
He's
yet.
around, but I think he's on the bench. But of course, it surprises me every time he started from out. It beats my understanding. I don't know. Maybe the coaches really think Mugenyi or Waiswa is always. But preferably, the coaches usually start these two. Then Elijah comes in just to back up in case things really fail. But of course, you know him in his days of OBB. He was always a regular starter.
Yes, and of course we know him as an aggressive player and very confident in himself. So it's surprising sometimes to see him out. But I think he's usually on for the blocking most times, the net defense.
Yeah, Owen with that swing, but it goes off play, and that is a point, of course, to Elyon, who are still holding on to their lead. Either way, Kcca has cut it down to just a point.
It's a good service from Elyon.
Another obvious backward set there from Chol to find Waiswa, who swings, of course, and also goes wide. Elyon now leading with 2 points, 17-15. And of course, already we have Agaba Samuel online. Abedu, you're saying 3-1 in favor of Kcca. Of course, we shall be here to witness until the final whistle. And of course, that is a tricky call there from the ref. But I think that ball really goes on court. But the referee is the final man, and he says the ball is out. And Elyon have gone for Mugenyi, who is able to break through, and of course the side out for Kcca.
And you know, most times we saw when Kcca was playing against KVC, most times the servers were going after Mugenyi, but I thought he was a better receiver on the Kcca side, and I think it kind of cost KVC that game because they went after the better receiver of the team, and he was sending that catch to the setter. He's basically just there for that, and being a captain, he's there for that support and as well as that passing and the net defense.
Opoya there with a big swing, and of course off the hands of Owen again and Chol, and you can see he really put in a lot of energy. That ball goes and lands off court.
Yeah, he's really going high, coming off the ground, bringing in a very high jump to go high off the hands. But that's a big swing from Owen to give Kcca that break. Good set there from Chol as well, to use him. Very quick attack from him, and we shall see him also coming in so much in the middle, because Kcca plays all middle out, so he's going to be a crucial middle, and we've seen Vincent has struggled a little bit with Chol to get those attacks in. Another big swing from Opoya, and that is a wonderful attack.
Indeed, Elyon is really going to have a lot of balls going to that position of Opoya, especially when he's in that position 4. Most of the balls, Eddie is going to really run them to his position there, because he has Chol, who is a good blocker in position 2 and a jumper as well, and he's using that small space that Owen is not covering to really put that ball diagonal position there.
Good pick from Sharif. Oh, it's a little tight, and Weiser tries to dump, but that's a good block from Elyon side. That's Kijambu and Lambert on that block.
So slowly, Elyon is pulling away. 21-17 in the first set so far.
Another good pick there. The setter goes to Owen, and again Owen gets that, and that just goes through the hands of Lambert. I think he's a little bit late. Owen is going faster than him, and it's a good match up there on the net.
I think Lambert is really thinking of joining than committing to his man first, because I'm very sure if he stops Owen one ball, he's going to really give him a lot of time to block and also cause pressure on the setter's decision making there.
Oh, big swing from Aziz. Very good play from him. The second referee doesn't seem to have seen that ball as well, and it was very quick ball, and the referee just has to call it a common point, because he didn't see clearly where that ball was as well.
He was really waiting for the second ref to maybe make that call, but since the second ref was very indecisive, it was the best call for the first ref really to give it a common point. And now Kcca are still going to chase.
Oh, Elyon already on that 21-point mark. They are looking for a way to go away with this first set, and it would be a big advantage for them to really take this first set. Big set for Aziz. There's a net touch from him as he goes to attack that ball, and Kcca gets the side out once again, and they are now sitting at 19 points, just looking for 2. Substitution coming in for Aziz. Aziz is out, and Ochom has come on. We saw Ochom coming into play. good service coming in from Owen. It's a dump there. Chol sends that ball back. The setter now goes for Madroma. Big swing, but he is shut down by Waiswa. Wonderful waiting there. They just sealed off everything, and they grab him. Waiswa literally just covered that whole line. You see, there was no way through for Madroma.
You could really see Madroma was trying to come back to the diagonal side there. Of course, that is where the block is coming from. I don't see any reason why you should be trying to go back to the diagonal unless you really have one blocker. But there were two blockers combining. Should have maybe tried to go straight. Maybe could have got that contact off the hands of Waiswa there. But very, very unfortunate for him. And now you can see the reception is really failing, and the setter Kisomose has been brought on, but they are lucky to get away with that one.
That's an error from Waiswa. Attack out from him, and Elyon back in the lead, looking for 3. Ochom is going into serve, and Elijah has come on for Waiswa, and this is usually how the substitution happens. Elijah usually comes on for Waiswa, especially when Ronald is on court as well. Let's see, maybe he could bring in that difference. And he's coming in as a to receive. He's on the front court to receive and attack. And they probably could go after him on that serve, and they do. And setter gives him that ball. It's a dump. It's well read. Oh, miscommunication there with Opoya. Ball through the middle. It's kept alive. Big swing.
Oh, that's a very good swing. Ochom.
The young guy just brings in the heat in the much needed moment of the game. Big play from him. Take a look at that swing. Very quick play.
Yeah, and of course, for you to have that chance to beat that defense of the libero there, of course, Sharif Nabanji there, you really have to have pace on that ball, and you can see that's an attack error from Carlos. Set point for Team Elyon.
We haven't seen so much of Carlos yet.
Yeah,
yes, he hasn't really played as much as he should. And Elyon there, Kcca calling a timeout to see how they can maybe counter, because they are trying to catch up, and now they caught up and they are still sitting where they caught up from. So they haven't made any point in the last 3, and they need to see how to maybe catch up, because it's still possible.
Yeah, it is possible.
Service for Elyon. Again, that service coming in from Lambert. Tough pick there for Ronald. Elijah, big swing down the line, and he gets that point. He knows he's having the setter Chisomose there, and he just swings hard on the line. There's just nobody home to play that ball. Take a look at that swing. Very wonderful play from him.
And of course, you could realize that Chol was also substituted there by Abdul Hadi, the other setter of Kcca, and he's comfortably going to give that ball to Elijah any chance he gets, because he's looking at siding out very fast, and now he's from the service, and that's a wide swing, and that is an error from Elyon.
Kcca really pushing to catch up. They just need one now, and we could reduce these points and go to 26. The service pressure is really disturbing Elyon at the moment. In the moments when Kcca is catching up and they are going after the receiver attacker, they are not looking for that libero. It's another good service there from Abdul. Big swing, but that is shut down, and we are reducing this as well. Ochom this time doesn't go through. Vincent is just there waiting for him with Carlos, and there's no chance for him. And we see Atubait is also on front court. But there are no balls coming in for him yet. That's a big block.
Yeah, this is Kcca's best block you can see on front court, because Carlos, Vincent, and of course Elijah are all high jumpers, and you expect something like that. But of course now it is really not working on the side of Elyon, and now Kcca have comfortably caught up and led at the same time. Now they just need a point to win this first set.
Yes, you see, the setter is really looking for options. He's going to Opoya in backcourt and not to Ochom or Atbeit in the front court. So he's just looking for his attackers, and he has not also looked for Madroma as well. This time he goes to Ochom again. He is blocked, and again, and shut down. And that is Elijah.
Yeah.
Take a look at that move that Kcca made. They take this set and they just put Carlos to block in 4 and left Elijah to block Ochom. And that is why Elijah is there on that court.
Yeah.
And why this substitution was basically made as well, because he brings in that block, one-man block. Very impressive play there from Kcca.
I think, of course, Elijah knows the basics of who to block at what time, and bring him on court also as well can raise hopes and of course build more confidence in his teammates. And you can see his contribution already has made them clinch this first set here. But of course, good play from Elyon, only that they didn't really utilize the chances they had to win this first set. But as it stands, Kcca are having a set, and of course Elyon are trailing, and we shall wait and see what happens in the second set. And of course we are back for set number 2. You can see really Kcca is already on the driving seat. A very big swing and good set from Chol to find Carlos there on the backcourt line. And of course now, just like that, Idrissa is able to find his middle player, and of course it's a point back to the other side. And of course it's 1-0 in terms of set, and Madrama is on the service line for Team Elyon.
Oh, lucky play there from Vincent, and you could see the block for Atubek just went away from the ball.
Yeah.
And Vincent saw that and he just took it away. That's a smart play from him, especially being a very quick middle.
I think if he had attacked that ball, I don't know where it would end, but
Yeah.
he was very, very quick to think either way.
We see Waiswa starting again this set and Elijah starting from out. Chol also back on. Wonderful play from him through the backcourt. Impressive play. And Waiswa really plays that backcourt very well.
Yeah, he knows how to place it. It's not a hard hit, but he knows where to place the ball at what time. And you can see he found Kijambu there wrongly positioned, and that ball really went to the position where he was supposed to cover it. And
Yes. The big swing from Opoya. He's going to continue going cross court because he knows he can go, and he's jumping very high, so it's quite easy for him to actually put the ball there and hard.
And you can see after attacking that ball, the blockers of Kcca remained and looked at themselves and like, where is this short man passing? Because he's short and he's really able to jump that high and hit such a hard ball on court.
The setter going to Vincent again, and that ball doesn't go over. I think Chol and Vincent are really not connecting well so far. He's not getting the swings, and any chance he tries to play, he's just getting a dump.
We play.
Another big swing from Opoya, but this time he doesn't get the court. But there's a net violation from the side of Kcca, and definitely Elyon gets that point. And Kcca is having the lead so far, so Elyon is starting with a catch-up sort of game. But that is just a 1-point lead for Kcca. Elyon is really trying to use Opoya so much. Ochom here going for the jump service, and it's a service error from him. Doesn't quite get it. And take a look at the change that has been made on the side of Elyon. Ochom is now playing in opposite, and Madroma is back in receive attack, and I think we could see a big difference now.
Yeah, because the first set there was really no impact from Madroma in that position, and I think the coach has realized that as well, that maybe he needs to take him back to his key role in reception there, and you can see things are really going to get heated up in this set because Madroma prefers to receive and attack than just waiting for that ball to come and attack in that opposite position.
Yes, and he's good in position 4. He brings in those big swings, almost same hitting as Opoya. Oh, is that on? No, that's another error from Carlos.
Yes.
And usually Kcca doesn't have someone to come in for Carlos to play in Carlos's position. They don't have another opposite player to just do some difference for them. And Elijah can't come in opposite because he has to play in receive attack. So there's that gap maybe. And now right now having Odeke Vincent playing in the middle, still they don't have someone who can go in that position at this moment.
And you could see that Ochom failed to bring that ball back into Lambert and Kijambu.
Work it up.
Free ball is retrieved, and of course you can see clearly the ball is set to Madroma, who gets off the ground and is able to score through the hands of Owen and the setter Chol, and that is 7-7 as we speak. Kcca still of course leading 1-0 for Elyon, and we are now in the second set.
Elyon still trailing, just 1 point behind, and Kcca maintaining that lead. Service from Owen, it's a service error. He tries to go after Madroma there, but he doesn't quite get the line, and he's just really trails outside.
Now, of course, it's going to become hard for Kcca because Aziz, the one they have been going after, is not on court. And we have Opoya and Madrama there receiving. These are key receivers for this team, and it's really going to be hard for them. And that ball is retrieved, of course. The jump is going to go to Madrama, swings hard off the hands of Chol, and that is a point.
That's a block out. It's a smart play from him.
Yes,
you can see he went on that swing, going out, using that hand of the blocker. It's a smart play from him, and Elyon finally takes the lead here, a 9-8, and I think this is where the game starts for them as well.
Yes.
Big serve from Kijambu.
So go for Carlos, and off the hands, of course, of Madrama there.
I think that's the first point I'm seeing Carlos really making well in this set for Kcca.
And I think the setter Chol needs to maybe keep him motivated, give him those balls, because we are most likely going to see really a lot of balls going in Carlos's wing and Waiso as well. Chol on the service goes towards Madrama, and Ochom swings and the ball is off play. I think there is some poor communication in Kcca backward defense there. You could see the libero is using legs. And so Madrama is going to go and serve now for Team Elyon. And now Chol has been substituted by Abdul Had, the other setter. And of course we also have another setter outside Odeke Naptal, who is not starting today in this game. Picked, of course, Hadi with the service set of the Waiswa off. He attacks, and of course he wanted to squeeze that ball to the line there, trying to dodge that block combination of course, Take It and Opoya. Elyon again now exposing the 2-point lead.
Elyon really pushing this set, but we saw in the first set they had a big lead and they lost it to Kcca. So hopefully if they have the lead here, they could try to push and maintain it.
Yeah. And most times you can really see that the set of Elyon Kijambu there is caught off guard. The ball which has just landed there from Carlos, he wanted really to go and cover using his foot there because he was far off his position of cover there.
Big swing from Opoya. Oh, and it's not kept alive. That's a good play from him. Also good effort from the side of Kcca, but they are unable to keep that alive. Lambert now coming back on court, and Atubait going into serve as well. Still, he tries to go after Ronald Mugenyi there, but that's a service error. I think both sides really are looking for the receiver attackers to put that pressure on them and prevent them from maybe attacking.
And of course, even Kcca is going to do the same. They're going to come towards Madrama there, and you can see Vincent going straight, and Opoya comes to pick it. And a big swing again, he goes up again against the block of Carlos and Owen there. And Carlos really looks devastated because he's not even attempting to touch or let alone block this young man, because you can see it clearly goes high above the block, and you can see that great swing from him, Opoya there.
Yes, and Opoya, like we've been mentioning, is going to really continue to go cross court, on those swings. It's a really smart play, because when you go diagonal, it's very hard for an attacker to go wrong when they choose the bigger side to
so
attack.
Elyon just made that substitution, removing Ochom and bringing in Pamu. I think they are the opposite player, of course, there, and he goes straight and errors in service there, bringing Kcca to just within 1 point of the lead that Elyon has been having here. Carlos on the jump serve goes towards Opoya.
Kijambu trying to go for the dump. It's a free ball. Oh, big swing. But Opoya has just become very he's a problem now for Kcca.
Yeah, I think everyone was expecting to really attack that ball hard, but you can see that brilliance and smart play from him. Look at that jump.
Yes, and he seemed like he's coming with a big swing, but then towards the end there on that touch, he just dumps that ball. And substitution has been made on the side of Kcca. Owen is out and Ijongat has now come on for the first time.
I think the coach is really aiming at making it very quicker now, because Ijongat also has his own speed, and so is like Odeke Vincent there. Kijambu retrieved the ball, and of course it's still in play. Good swing to the line there.
Goes after Kijambu's block and just goes above and hits that ball down the line.
That was a good set from Abdul there.
I think even Mugenyi didn't even think. He knew he was going on the line with that ball.
Yes, knowing very much that he has the setter there. Here goes Mugenyi with the service.
Big swing from Madroma, but he doesn't quite get the court or the hands, and that's another point for Kcca. And Kcca has finally leveled things up once again. And this is where the game gets interesting, because Elyon have lost the lead and lost the lost the set because of that. So they need to think about this as well, see how to get back their lead and maintain that point.
Yeah, and of course Kijambu is continuously going to give these balls to Madrama, who really has been struggling from set number 1. And I think as a setter, he should have realized that one of the key players is struggling and maybe try to utilize other options. But of course now bring him back to his position of reception, he should have really maybe wanted to do better, but things are really not working on the sides of Madrama there. And Kcca have taken the lead now in this set.
And you know, Kcca is not even making any blocks in the middle. They are not blocking the middle. Even when they are putting 3 blockers there, they are just there to block the setter in case the setter tries to dump. But that's a wonderful swing from it's an overreach. But that was a very smart play, both from the setter and Opoya as well. But it's unfortunate he just steps on the backcourt line. Let's take a look again.
That was a brilliant set there.
Oh yes, he did step on that line.
And you can see the Kcca players there are also fast to react, because they saw as well that there was a line infringement there.
Oh, the setter tries to go to the one and only Parmu, and that's his first swing of the game, and he gets that point.
Yeah, and you can see he forced an error from the blockers of Kcca there, because it didn't go so hard. You can see that they really aimed at killing it down, but that was a net error on the block there from Kcca.
Oh, service error from Lambert. He gave Elyon some good services in the first set, but this time it's a service error from him, and Kcca now pushing their lead again to 2 points.
Yeah, I think Kcca is just going to try and maintain this lead as we head, of course, to the edge of the set there. And of course Madrama is going to go, and that's another attack error from him, and I think he's really disappointed with himself, and so is the setter Kijambu there, because you can see after that error the reaction from Kijambu there. And of course I think there's going to be a substitution on the side of Elyon there. Yeah, and you can see Madrama has been taken off, and Azuz is going to come on and try to maybe better things off in attack there.
Service, good pick from the libero. Again, ball goes out.
Yeah, and that is
to Aziz, and he gets that point. Madrama has been subbed out, like you mentioned, and of course Aziz now being on, the setter has to still go out. You can see that the Kcca blockers are only there waiting for the setter's dump. They're not waiting for that middle. But also I don't know why Vincent is trying to slightly wait, because we've seen Ijongat was not waiting for that middle, as well as Owen. They were just going out to block outside in position 4. There's no one who was waiting for the middle there, because we haven't seen any middle set so far in this second set from the side of Elyon. But there is a big swing from
of course
Carlos to push the lead to Kcca further. Now Abdul coming in with the serve. Good pick from the libero. Back set for Aziz. He gets that block touch. very good play from him. It's a block out from the side of Kcca.
Of course, two great points from Aziz there, and you can see Somose, the other setter, is now introducing the game, and that's a big swing from Aziz there. Still, the 2-point gap is still there. Of course, big swing, energy swing from Odeke there, Vincent, and now Kcca have hit the 20-point mark.
I think that's the first full complete swing that we have seen from Vincent since the game started. And the ball is, it's a complete swing, and the ball was maybe quite right for him coming from Abdul. Waiswa to serve. Going after Aziz again, good pick. The setter goes to Pamu, and that's an attack error. Ball just goes out, and Kcca now leading by 4 points, and just getting into those most crucial points. So they just need 4 points to go away with this set, and I feel like if Kcca goes away with this set, Elyon could just drop this game 3-0.
Yeah, you can see the receivers are really struggling there as well.
Oh, that's an error from Kcca. But it's a big swing from Pamu, and it's just a little too hot, and they can't keep it in play. Good service from Atubet. So another big swing from Carlos through the hands of the blocker. Gets that point also. I think Kcca is now just seemingly calm and enjoying themselves in this set, because they are already in comfortable points, unlike the first set where we saw them trying to catch up from 21 points while it was set point for Elyon. Elyon now making a substitution. That's Lambert coming off. And Arthur coming on.
Yeah, I think the coach is really going to make those substitutions now, because he has realized maybe the team is not really fighting so hard for this set. Maybe he's trying to plan for the next set. But of course, Sopoya is still here, and he's going to have those big swings off the hands of the tall blockers, Carlos and Ijong at this time round, not Owen.
Yes, and still going cross court, as you can see, looking for that attack going to position 5 and 4. And Kcca just don't know what to do at the moment with such an attack. I think maybe they feel it could be the cover to just take that ball, because there's nothing the block can do.
So Mugenyi decides to go to the line again, because he knows he has the setter, and this time around is unlucky there. The ball goes off court, and Elyon are just within 2 points of the lead of Kcca, 20-22. Carlos, big swing picked by Aziz, but the ball is off play.
Yes, and unfortunately they can't keep that alive for Elyon. There's just a little too much on that ball coming in from Carlos. Kcca now just looking for 2 points to take this set, and Carlos going in for service. We've not seen him being consistent with his serve, so let's see if he will go for the jump service, and of course he does, but this time it's on. Is it an ace serve? Yes, it's an ace service from him. That's a big serve with so much power. Aziz just can't keep it in play, and all servers for Kcca are just going after the receive attack, and Aziz specifically, since the time he's been on court.
I think they really understand that Aziz is here to receive, and they really want to give him a test for his own medicine. And you can see Carlos keeps on going hard and hard towards him. Opoya, smart play, but this time now it's picked, and Carlos is going to swing, and picked again by Aziz. It's going to be a free ball now to the Kcca side. Waiswa retrieves it, and that is a poor decision and set as well from Abdul Hadi there.
Yes, and it's an error from him as he tries to force that ball to Carlos. I feel it could have gone to Ronald or Ijongat in the middle. Yes. I think actually Ijongat would have been the better option, because he's having the newcomer on court, Arthur.
And that is a very good block from Somose, the setter there, bringing down, of course, Ronald there, the captain of Kcca. And now 22-24 is the score. And of course, Kcca is going to call their timeouts now and try to calm down things, and maybe come back and just score 1 point and win the set.
And tit for tat is usually a fair game, so I hope what Kcca has done to Elyon in the first set, they need to think about it and see how to make this 1 point, because they also came back from down to be able to take that first set. And Elyon is keeping their service momentum. They're just putting that service on and concentrating on the defense. And Kcca is just having their own individual errors right now. It's another big serve. This time the setter goes to Ijongat and he is through. And Kcca takes away this second set. And Elyon now down by 2 sets. I think Kcca really is here for those 3 points. They are not letting Elyon take it away from them.
Yeah, and of course you can see from the time the set started, Elyon has been struggling and making a lot of substitutions, while Kcca has just been maintaining their comfort zone there in terms of the lead. And of course they just made that substitution to bring in Abdul Hadi, the setter, there to replace Chol, and just like that they have managed to win this second set as well, and it's going to continue. I think even up to the third set it's going to be a comfortable victory for Kcca, for me. So we wait and see what happens, of course, in the third set.
And of course, set 3 is underway, and Kcca grabs that first point, still going with the same momentum from the earlier sets. And of course, having those 2 sets, they are looking good to go away with the game 3-0, sorry. And I think maybe that is what they want. But Elyon needs to step up their game. They've made changes. We see the set at Chisomose is on. We don't see Madroma. We are seeing Aziz and Opoya. And we are also not seeing Ochom as well. We are having Pamu. So they are going with the players they had from the previous, towards the end of the second set. And maybe they feel that is what could give them the game.
Yeah, basically both teams have decided to field the same players they ended the second set with. You can see Abdul Had also on the side of Kcca is on starting, and of course everyone is still on. It was just that substitution they made in the second set for Abdul Hadi to come in for Chol. But here we are, and that is an S service from Somose, the setter.
Oh, big serve, but that is a lucky play. Quick touch from Abdul there, and through the middle comes Vincent, and they get that point. Good reading from Vincent and quick movement from him, knowing that that setter's touch is going to be small, and he just needs to pass it over. Whilst going into serve, of course, he's positioning himself to see how to go after the receiver attackers as well, and he just goes to the libero. The setter back sets to Aziz. Big swing. He is shut down by Vincent and Ronald. I feel the body language for Elyon says that they are just here to finish that set.
They have really gone down in terms of momentum, and you can see the sets are becoming very obvious, and Aziz has no room there. He's brought down.
And I think this is when you see that Silva is a big part of Elyon.
Yes.
And having him off, there's a way the team is just not doing as well as they should. But I feel Madroma could have stepped up better, but somehow I think he could still be having so much pressure on him right now to step up into Silva's position, which is making him struggle a bit.
And of course, Malagala Hakim is agreeing with you. He says that the moods on Elyon's side are still low, but of course they will have to settle and pick up also to cope up without Silva. He says the Kcca setters, they have setters that can mix, they even mix their coaches.
Good.
Hakim, okay. But of course, Shamim, you're also saying let's go Kcca. Can see people are rallying Kcca to win this very, very game here.
Yes, and Kcca leading by 2 points. Going after Aziz on the serve again. Opoya, big swing.
Yes.
Down the line this time, and there's just nobody there. Like we've mentioned, Opoya is just consistently scoring when he is on that front court, and the setter knows that he's not looking for anyone else when he's having him there.
Yeah, and of course you can see the blockers even know that this ball is going to this guy. But Carlos has not even tried to touch, let alone block that ball. But of course, Sijong are there with the first swing in the middle, and you can see they're able to still maintain their 2-point lead. That was a very good set from Abdul there.
Very quick set, quick swing from Ijongat, and that's the difference he's bringing on for his team. Jump service from Carlos, still going after Opoya this time. Big swing from Opoya. Ijongat just went with the middle on that ball, but I think at this point it's better he just goes out to block out, and he went with the setter. I think it's better he just leaves the setter to Ronald and he just goes out, because we are not seeing any middle balls.
Clearly there are two attackers and there's no backwards for you to be worried about, and that is a net fault called on the Elyon blockers there. Now of course we are going to have Abdul Hadi here going for service. Actually, that's Mugenyi on the service line.
Good play, good touch. Backcourt, Silva, Carlos comes in hard. Oh, good waiting, Ijongat, but he makes a net fault while waiting for that ball. Let's take a look again. It's just big net touch from him.
Malagala Hakim, you're saying, I repeat, let the setters not sit at the T cover position when Carlos is blocking. We may see a replay of a meal soon, or call it a headshot. Boy has failed to block Opoya, and of course we have seen that from the onset of this game. Carlos has really failed to stop Opoya there in the line.
Yes, Opoya is playing very smart. He's looking at that block. He knows where it is, and when they close off the line, he's going very sharp on that diagonal. And when they seal off that diagonal, he's really turning on the line. And there he goes again, big swing from behind.
Very big swing from Opoya there from the backcourt line, and you can really see that there was clearly space in the block there, and he was able to drill the middle of that court straight where Mugenyi moved away from. Odeke
Now a
there
big
very
swing.
fast.
Yeah, big swing from Odeke to get that point. Kcca still really holding on tightly on this lead. And I think Elyon right now they are struggling because they are having only one person making points for them.
Yes.
I think Opoya would need support from any other person to see how to get in those points and get the block working. Aziz comes in, he's blocked.
Yeah, I think at the end of this game, of course, the coach and the players are really going to be disappointed with Madrama for not stepping up and leaving the heavy duty work onto the shoulders of Opoya there. And you can see the team is really struggling, and the setter has no option at all other than look for Madrama everywhere. He's not on court, and of course, now he only left with Opoya there, and Aziz, who is mainly receiving.
Oh, quick set through the middle. That's the first middle set we are seeing from Elyon.
Good pick from the libero. Aziz, good swing, but it's off court.
I think Aziz is also struggling to make points. He's either getting blocked, and this time I think he tried to go after the hands, but just goes in between the blockers there and doesn't quite catch the hands or the court as well.
Yeah.
So the burden is on the shoulders of Opoya right now because he seems to be the only one making points. And I think Somose needs to give his middles a chance as well.
That's a big swing again from Opoya, and it's on court. Clearly, that ball is on court.
I think it could have caught the corner there.
Yes, clearly that ball is on court. So 8 points for Elyon and 11 for Kcca, who are just within few points. And that is a service error, of course, from Somose, the setter of Elyon. And clearly you can see that the first setter, of course Somose is not the first setter. The first setter, Kijambo Idrissa, failed to play. And I think he's used to really having silver on that court, and it even replicated that game when they're playing Nemo Stars there. When they tried to bring him on, he had really a very bad game there, trying to look for options to give his attackers the balls.
Ball going to Mugenyi, a little bit of a struggle there, but he is able to keep it in play. The setter tries to go for Opoya through the backcourt. Kcca just sending that ball. Good play. Good touch from good attack from Mugenyi to get that block touch out, and there's nobody home to keep that ball in play on the side of Elyon. And I think it was slightly a high touch from the blockers.
Yeah.
Yes, you can see, and also the effort being made by Chisomose there, and there's no one behind him to send it back over.
On the service is Odeke Vincent. It's wise for service, I think.
I think it's wise for they were a little bit confused there in that moment. Good serve from Waiswa going to the libero. Backcourt set, but Mugenyi is just there waiting for that dump. Oh, good defense again from the libero. Oh, and that
Good
is the
attack.
first point from Pamu this set.
Yes.
A big swing from him, and
See the blockers are there, and Carlos decides to go for the line and exposes the space there between him and Odeke, and Pam is able to use that smallest gap to secure a point for his team there.
Abdul tries to go to Waisa on the backcourt, but they just give a free ball. Ball is kept alive. Of course, this is going to Ronald. Big swing from him, again blocked. It's kept alive. Free ball to Elyon. Set through the middle. There's just no way through for that for Atubait. He doesn't get it over. Let's take a look again. I think it seemed to be a little low for him, so he makes that swing, but that ball touches the belt. Although I feel like it could have gone through the block.
Okoya, of course, is going to keep going up and up and up, and of course Carlos joining forces there with Ijonga to try and bring this gentleman down, but he's very quick and very fast on attack there. Now, of course, Kijambo, the first team setter, is going to come on to replace Kisomose. And of course, we see Emi Valen online. You're saying, come on, Elyon, we got this. You're still in support, and of course, you're rallying your team, Elyon, to play much more. Ball is retrieved and really landed off court. Good swing from Carlos there, and of course, by over. Unlucky for him that ball really is off court, and that is a score for 15 points against 10 for Elyon.
That is straight from Carlos down the line. Beautiful play from him. Kcca is looking really good to go away with this set and the game as well. Yeah, it's just Opoya, and he's not changing. He knows there's cover there, but he's still taking that ball hard, and it's too much. There's too much power on it for the defenders on Kcca side to keep it in play. He hasn't been blocked at all.
He has not really been blocked, and he's going against high blocks, by the way. And this chance now, he has a setter on front court, and it's going to be obvious set to him, and Ijonga tries to set there. Again, the ball is retrieved. Kijambu.
The setter goes to Carlos in the backcourt. Big hit from him, but that is still kept alive. Opoya comes in very hard. Ronald saves it.
Aziz with the pick. The ball is run out, and here big swing again comes Opoya. That is a score for Team Elyon. Ijonga there trying to claim that the ball landed on court, but clearly we could all see that it landed outside.
Yes, that ball was very much outside, and I think Opoya is just enjoying himself on this Kcca team. But there is a quick swing from Ijonga, and he gets that side out, taking Kcca back to that 4-point lead. But like I mentioned, Opoya isn't the only one going to score to give Elyon this game. He needs support. Those middles of Elyon need to get going. They need to do better on their middle play, because it's very tough to rely on just the outside hitters.
Opoya, big swing, and that ball comes through. The blockers there, and that is a score for Elyon.
Opoya is just having a wonderful afternoon here, and I think Ijonga was a little bit late to take the hands over onto the other side, and Opoya just had to go through. But that's a good pick from Ronald. Big swing again from Ijonga, but this time the cover is there waiting. Aziz sends over a free ball. Ball goes to Waiswa. Oh, it's an unfortunate play there. Error from Abdul on that. I think he could have played that ball a bit better than he did, as well as the libero, because it was not very hard. It sort of seemed to be a big swing coming in from Carlos through the backcourt, and Kcca back to a 3-point lead as well, pushing themselves further and further away from Elyon and closer to taking away this game and going with 3 points. Big serve from Ijonga, well picked. The setter Kijambu.
Aziz tries to do the smart play, but the ball is retrieved, and big swing from Carlos. When you give your opponent a free ball like that one, just make sure you're able to defend, and you can see what has just happened to Aziz there. He failed to block as well, and his libero behind there is not even able to play that ball back to play.
Another service. Aziz this time comes in very hard down the line and gets Carlos there. I think it's like sort of like tit for tat. Carlos went down on the line on Aziz's block, and now Aziz goes down on the line. Carlos doesn't keep that in play. It's a beautiful swing from him.
Big swing we've seen from Aziz so far.
I think he's first clean point like we have seen. And that's another point for Kcca. They're sitting now at 19 and Elyon at 15. Kcca is back in that 4-point lead. I think Elyon has really struggled close that gap since the start of the set. They've not managed to be able to catch up. And Kcca having 2 sets already, it's a big advantage for them. And I earlier mentioned I thought this game could go 5 sets really. I thought it would be challenging, more exciting, but I think the Elyon side, having that gap of silver, it has affected their team physically and mentally as well. So they feel that they are lacking someone to give them those points. And earlier with Silver on, they had Opoya and Madroma all pushing and supporting Silver. He wasn't just a one-man army. And right now it's just Opoya alone.
Yeah, and of course you can't rely on one player in all positions. He also gets to break down, and you can see they're really trying to look for him. Now he's going to be called for a line infringement there from the backcourt. And Kcca is really going to edge to the closest parts of this set, and of course to be end of it all when they really win this set, and to be
the line towards the end there, and it's a good play from Waiswa. He's sort of just passed that ball over. He knows where the gap is, and Kcca now just looking for 3 to go away with this game.
Yeah, and of course they are very, very comfortable now. They know they have 2 sets, and looking at the lead they have here as well, they really are very comfortable to win this game. Of course, that was a good swing from Palm there, awarding inside the side out. 17 points against 22 now. Kcca leading 2 sets to nothing.
Good pick from Waiswa. Ball goes to Vincent. He's blocked, but that's kept alive. The setter just gives that to Carlos. Big swing, a high block touch. Ball is kept alive. Empty net for Opoya, and he gets that point. Oh, ball is saved, but that I think it seemed to have touched something there, and that is out. But how do you leave an empty net for the guy who has been attacking so hard on your team already? The guy you failed to block, you can't give them an empty net, an open net there to swing. But there it goes Carlos to give Kcca that break and push them closer, much closer to victory. I don't know if I should say now that it's not all over until it's over.
No,
should I say
it's really over now for Elyon. I don't see them coming back from this. They have really showed us their body language really going too low down there. You can see Kcca are really edging closer and closer to finish this done, and of course that is a swing across. Opoya continues to punish the block of Carlos there and Ijongat. Nobody has been able to stop this gentleman here, Opoya, and he has been the man to really run to on the side of Elyon. But as you can see, the points are really going and off the hands again.
And it is match point for Kcca. And if they take this point and take this game, I think they will have just had a wonderful evening for themselves, a wonderful afternoon, because I don't think they expected this game to go the way it's going now, because we thought Elyon could bring the heat. Of course, it's going the way they wanted it to go, but they must have, I don't think they expected it to be this easy for them, except really. Of course from the first set.
Carlos goes for the big jump serve, but he goes wide, and that is a service error added onto his name. And now there was a substitution before that. They had brought Cosmas, of course, to block, but now Abdulhad is going to return and maybe just get one side out and, of course, win the set and win the game as well.
Oh, that is picked by Carlos. I thought it was out.
Yes,
it's a dump, and that is Opoya again. So
I think they are aware that this is the only threat they have, but they are failing to stop him, and that is what the Kijambu, the setter of Elyon, also has in his mind. he only has one person to rely on, and indeed he's delivering.
But look at those points, a little bit of struggle. Does Ronald get it? No, it's kept alive. Opoya again, dumps again, but this time it's well watched. Abdul sending it over. Opoya, big swing. This time the libero is alert in the cover. Oh, and Ronald just gives it to Kcca there. It's game down, and Kcca has just finished this game as quickly as, I don't know.
Yeah, it has been a very quick game.
Fast.
Very fast game. Of course, they knew the odds were against Elyon, and you can really clearly see that Kcca came to play. And just like that, the chance Elyon had in the first set, of course, they dropped it, and I think that was the first starting point for them to really drop in this game. And you can see just like that, 3-0, Kcca are victorious at the end of this game.
Yes, and that is handing Elyon their second loss of this season, and at 3 points, they've just dropped 3 points as well, so 6 points so far for them. They dropped 3 against Nemo, they dropped 3 against Kcca now, and next weekend they're having Sportes Volleyball Club, so I feel they could still drop 3 points as well, because we know Sportes is up there on the table, and the heat they are bringing in this game, I don't think if Elyon plays the same way they've played today, it's going to be a tough play for them against Sportes. So they need to go back and think about it and see how to get Madroma to step up as well.
Yeah, and of course, like I told you about Madrama having a bad day. We really needed him to side out for his team, but he clearly has not come to play. But of course, congratulations to Kcca, and hard luck to Elyon there. The next game, of course, will be KVC taking on UCU there, and we shall be here again to bring it to you live. Thank you very much.